Surrender is the opening of Sahasrara. Keeping it completely open. So that the Nirvikalpa state is established within us. So once you reach that point, we can say now you are in Nirvikalpa, because there is no vikalpa, there is no doubt in your head. Because you love. In love you don't doubt. No question. Only when you think you doubt, but when you love you don't doubt. You just love because you enjoy love. And that's why love is joy and joy is love.
When I was very happy that in Paris, so many of them achieved their Nirvikalpa, which is we call as the doubtless awareness. The first is the thoughtless awareness. Awareness means enlightened awareness, you can say. Samadhi is the one where your awareness becomes enlightened. The first state is of thoughtless awareness. And then you jump into your realization, but still the state is not established. You mature then as doubtless awareness. And this doubtless awareness is a state, is not a thing, now I have no doubts about Sahaja Yoga. That's not the way. It's a state where the rhythm of these vibrations, or the rhythm of these radiations, achieve a certain depth and a rhythm, which then you yourself start seeing that these doubts are something separate, and you build up your own reserve against them. It's not mental state. It is the state of the being.
We are either thinking of the future or of the past. But we are not in the present. The present we cannot achieve. Present is silent. By Kundalini awakening, you come to that state of silence within. And when that silence is established, the growth of divinity starts. The second state you achieve is called as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, which is meaning the doubtless awareness. At that stage, you can awaken the Kundalini of others, you can cure others, you can feel others, and you can feel yourself. So, a new dimension in awareness is awakened on our central nervous system of collective consciousness. And this collective consciousness is the one makes you understand the centers of other people on your fingertips.
Holistic to God. What is self-realization? Things to God.
Of course. You see, there are some people just arrive there very fast, but some people go through certain stages. The first stage of realization, when the Kundalini crosses over the Ajna Chakra, is called as thoughtless awareness. Only with this thoughtless awareness you can start curing people. You can cure people if your Kundalini has crossed down. That's how you find many people who can cure, but they don't know how they do it, they don't know how to maneuver it. And then we have this Kundalini rising above the continent, which we can call as the time, I call it as self-realization. Because that's the time you become another human being with your consciousness. With that you can start giving realization programs, correcting your own chakra, you can start feeling it. So many things will happen. I mean, just endless. I cannot tell you how you realize the bliss of the divine by that. Something so wonderful, you will be amazed. Like, we have here one such yogi in the beginning, I had only 6 of them for 4 years for your information in So I worked with 6 of them. And one of them, you see, in the beginning, like, let's see how this consciousness works. So he said, my father has not written any letter. I said, all right, don't write to me, you just think about him and feel his vibration. He started getting a heat here and burning here. He said, Mother, what does that mean? I said, all these centers are of your father. So I said, you telephone to him and find out he must be having bronchitis. He has bronchitis. But when this fellow talked to him, bronchitis got over. That's fantastic. So I told you that from thoughtless awareness, you jump into collective consciousness, collective awareness. This collective awareness is the powers of collective consciousness by which you cure others. Even sitting down here, you can cure other people. You can awaken their community. Even give them realization. But then that person must talk to, say, on phone or somebody should be correct. And that he should know that there is a movement by some deliberations of somebody who is we call as Sahaji. Then with the third state is complete self-realization. That state comes when there is, we call it as Nirvikalpa Samadhi, means where there is doubtless awareness. That you have no doubts anymore left about. It is not rational, but it is a state in which you settle down. In that state you have no doubts anymore about it. Then the powers are dynamic and you start working on so many dimensions that you are amazed how things work out. For example, I tell you, we have lady here, I must say she's doubtlessly aware. She doesn't really chakras or heart chakras, all the time her vibrations are flowing. She wrote a letter to me saying that Mother, there's a girl who has got cancer. She's about 10, 11 years of age. And I don't know how we can help her. She has come all the way from Hong Kong. And they are saying that she has to die in 3 weeks' time. And she's now going to America for further checks. So she went to America, and the American doctor said she has no cancer, nothing. Who told you she has cancer? This is one of them. Many types of dynamic things that will happen. And such you cannot believe. It is so fantastic. So this is the state of doubtless awareness. First is the thoughtless awareness, then the doubtless awareness. Now, the awareness work is In the dream we call it awareness. So now I say that normally what we are in conscious mind is a dream. So this is also awareness, and even after that is awareness. But in Sanskrit there are two words. One is Buddha and another is Prabuddha. You should put God means enlightened. So we should call it enlightened awareness. So it is thoughtless enlightened awareness, and enlightened awareness is also termed as Samadhi. So is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And the second one is doubtless enlightened awareness. Is the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So there is no Vikalpa. This also is a one has to understand very carefully what is the Vikalpa. But I think that I will do some other time. And this is what is the self-realization. When you have achieved that, then there is God's realization starting. Then you start controlling nature, you start controlling all that you see, and you become the master of all that. But you do everything for the betterment, for the well-being of your own and of the whole. Your connection with the whole becomes absolutely clear when you become God's reality. Your awareness becomes so clear and so much effective, as if people would say that, look at this, how does he do this and how it happens.
As today I told you that it is necessary that you have to recognize me. And that recognition is fixed. That condition is fixed. I cannot change it. Perhaps this is the first time I am saying this to you. That you have to dedicate yourself completely to me, not to Sahaja Yoga, but to me. Sahaja Yoga is just one of my aspects. So at the Sahasrara, to recognize the Mahamaya is another vicious circle. You may say that why should it be Mahamaya? Should have been better as starkingly some other form. But any other form could not have worked out Sahaja Yoga in modern times. Because people would have been frightened and upset. And they would never have taken to Sahaja Yoga because they had no discretion already within them to know what is right, what is wrong. That is why it had to be in the Mahamaya form. In the Mahamaya form, you have to recognize. This is another test. Because Mahamaya you cannot recognize, while you have to recognize. But in Sahaja Yoga you have seen so many photographs which should convince you people mentally about this Mahamaya Swarupa. You can see mentally, you can understand there's something very different. Even when I came to Napoli, the policemen and everybody was given a photograph, and they all recognized that there's something very different. They all wanted to shake hands with me. This is one way. Another way is that you start seeing the blessings and you start seeing how you become so progressively better materially, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Still on a mental level, most of the people recognize. But unless and until it is recognized in the heart, is no recognition. Already the heart is surrounded by 7 auras of the 7 chakras. And the spirit, the Atma, resides in the heart. As it is on top of your head here, resides the God Almighty Sadashiva. So when Kundalini touches that point, your spirit gets awakened and the light of the spirit starts spreading. And it starts acting on your central nervous system, because automatically the vibrations, the Chaitanya flow into your brain, who enlighten your nerves. But still, the recognition on the heart is not there. Even without that, you start feeling the cool breeze, you can raise the Kundalini of others, you can cure people, you can do many things. But still, it is not yet felt in the heart so much. That's why we have music, art. All these things start opening your heart. But still it is not recognition, because recognition is a mental activity of the heart. How can heart have a mental activity? This is another problem you all can face, and I know that. That recognition, if it is a mental activity of the heart, how do we do it?